Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To USA Shalom. This is the brother Amon Ariyah from GMS Charlotte, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. And pretty much in this lesson, I want to go into how all the members of the elect are leaders, all right? Because if we are the 144,000, if we are a part of that number, okay, which Lord willing, we hope that we are, okay, the Lord is setting us up to lead the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven. And that's why, amongst our specific camps, okay, the Lord is, teaching us on how to be leaders, okay? Each and every one of us brethren that are laboring, all right, are being taught leadership skills that will translate into us using those skills to help rule and judge in the kingdom of heaven, all right? So before I, go into this, I want to begin here in the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 10, and it reads, it says, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth, right? Because that is our initial nature that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has created us to be, all right? A nation of kings and priests, okay? And we will reign on the earth when we get the kingdom, when Yahweh Shai returns and establishes his kingdom, which we will be joint heirs with, Lord willing. We are of that number of the 144,000, man, all right? And all nations will be subjected under us, all right? But in the meantime, before we can inherit that role, all right, we still have to endure here in Babylon the Great. But in the means of that, all right, the position that the Lord has us in, all right, no matter if you are the top brother in the camp, all right, second in command, third, all the way down to the last brother in the camp, we are all leaders in our own right, all right, in our own way, because this is something that here in Charlotte the elder Ashiar has stressed to us for years, that look, it's gonna come a time, all right, in these in these times that we're coming into, that we may have to lead a specific number of Israelites that the Lord sends your way, okay? No matter what the situation may call for, man, but at the end of the day, okay, you might have to lead brothers and sisters, man, all right? So those leadership skills are to be built up as we are pretty much, being taught, all right, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, okay? Because these things are already in us, because if we are of the elect, all right, we were back then with the Yahweh Shai, all right, helping form the world, as you read in the book of Genesis chapter 1 and 1, all right, talking about the the Alahayim, man, all right, where it says God. When you look up that word God in the Lashon Kodash, it goes back to Alahayim, all right, which is the angels, all right, which the angels, those are also judges as well, man, okay, because the Lord uses the angels to execute judgment, all right. So with that being said, all right, we have to, hone in on them skills as we speak. And this is why the Lord put certain brethren in, specific positions amongst your camp. And you can't run from that responsibility, all right? The Spirit called for you to be in that specific role, for a reason, okay? And that goes for, like I said, no matter what role you have in the camp, you play a specific part for the body, man. All right, so we have to make sure that we're doing our part, all right, to add to the spirit of the body, man. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept and Salakia for the rant. Bear with me. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 3. And it reads, "For I say," matter of fact, I'll start up at the top. Romans 12 and 1. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which is your reasonable service," right? And we all right, are to be, offering our bodies up as a living sacrifice, all right? Because at the end of the day, as we are serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and we are also serving each other, okay? Like when you go into the account, okay, when Yahushua was with the disciples and he was washing, his disciples' feet, we are here to serve one another, man, all right? But us serving one another is ultimately us serving Yahushua, man, okay? So we have to present our bodies as a living sacrifice for this truth, man, because this is what is the most important thing in our lives, man. This is our life, man, all right? All other things come after this truth, man, whether it be your family, your job, your pleasures, whatever that may be, okay? This truth comes first, man. We got to make sure that we are coming through with whatever duty the Lord has, set up for us to be in, man, all right? It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua," all right? And this is why, hey, we are being, taught the new way of thinking, which really is the old way, because these ways that the Lord is teaching us through his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right, if we're of the elect, we already knew these things, man. They're just being brought back out, all right? And the Lord will put us in certain situations to draw that out, man, okay? So this whole walk in this truth, all right, is to transform your mind back into that that mindset that we once had. Lord willing, we are of the elect, man, okay? It says, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have dealt to every man the measure of faith," right? Because everybody plays a specific part in this truth, all right? According to, the measure that the Lord has given you, man, all right? And through the Spirit, as we've been seeing over the few years, all right, my little bit of time being in this truth, I've been, in this truth since 2014. I've, noticed, that particular, men that were in leadership positions that weren't fit to lead, their camp, all right, that were actually, quote unquote top men, in Israel, all right, excellent teachers, but lacked the proper leadership skills, all right, to lead their men. And the Lord removed them and replaced them with a brother that was adequate to what the Lord needed for that body. It's like for that camp, all right? And this is why, hey, it's important to understand that, look, man, hey, nothing is guaranteed in this truth, okay? Because like the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen. And just because you're called, and even amongst you serving your calling, even if you are pretty much a notable brother in this thing, all right, where your face is known amongst Israel, that doesn't give you the license to be proud. That doesn't give you pretty much any license to be able just to say and do what you want. No, you got to do everything in the means of serving the Lord and serving the brothers that's around you, man. Okay, because like I said, everybody, no matter what rank they serve in the camp, all right, what rank they serve in the body, they all play their part according to what the Lord has given them, man. All right. It says, for as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. Okay, so every brother's role in this truth isn't going to be, all right, of the same role, man. All right, there's many offices in this thing, but whatever that may be, well, it's like I said, whether you're the head, second, third, on down to the last brother in the camp, everybody's role in this thing, all right, is important, man. Okay, so it says, so we, being many, are one body in Hamashiach, and every one members one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on extortion, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity, he that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness, let love be without a dissimulation, abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, and in honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, giving and hospitality. Right. So every brother has a specific talent that the Lord has given them. All right. And in this brotherhood, hey, we are to help each other cultivate those talents. But if you are being put in a leadership role, it is important for you, all right, to be able to, help the brother that's under you pretty much, come along in this truth, help them find their way, all right, and help them cultivate their talents so that they may be a great addition to the camp and ultimately to the body, man. Okay, so we got to make sure that we're doing our part for one another. 'Cause that's a part of you serving each other, man. Okay, let me get this here in the book of Proverbs 27 and 23, and it reads, "Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds." Right, because a part of you being a leader, man, and you have to be aware of the mindset of the ones that's under you, man, the one that's around you, man. Okay, because with us being shepherds over the sheep, all right, if we are of the 144,000, all right, we are the shepherds over the rest of the flock of Israel, man. So therefore, we have to make sure that we are doing our part to maintain, all right, the spirit and keep the morale of the sheep, in the correct spirit, man. Because as we know, a great tribulation is coming, all right. Jacob's trouble is coming, man. Okay, excuse me. So with that being said, you have to know the state of thy flock, man. All right, you have to know the brother that's around you, man, which comes into, once again, presenting your body a living sacrifice, man. All right, you got to check up on brothers, man. And you got to link up with brothers. You got to make sure that you are giving yourself unto brothers so that the rapport can be built amongst each other, man. Because just like any, a team, any, group, a work environment, they have what you call team building, exercises, things to pretty much build morale so that you are familiar with one another, man. Because we understand that, look, we are at war, all right, a spiritual war that's about to turn physical, and you got to know the ones that you're going to battle with, man. All right, and you can't do that if you're not giving yourself, to other brothers. All right, what I mean by that is giving your presence to others, man, because you don't know what specific demons brothers is facing. You don't know what different things that brothers are going through. So as for you to be a leader amongst your camp, and like I said, this is for all brothers, not just the head brothers or brothers in leadership position. This is for all brothers, man, because brothers are given different positions in the camp. Like as it was going into in Romans 12, All right. You have brothers with different gifts, man. And those different gifts, you know, can help lead to another brother developing their gift, man. All right. So, like, for example, okay, you have the brother, for our camp, I use the brother Yawam for example. All right. The brother is, he's excellent in the Hebrew. All right. And with that talent, okay, he has, cultivated it to where he's pretty much, the Hebrew, guy for the camp. All right. He exhorts brothers to get into the Hebrew. All right. He sends, lessons, Hebrew words of the day, just giving a couple examples. And that in turn encourages other brothers to tap into the Hebrew. And, a brother might, end up finding out that that's, a talent the Lord has given them. And then that brother will become fluent in the Hebrew, which we all should be, somewhat versed in the Hebrew, but just saying, man, just giving an example. A brother might, be good at just, exhorting. All right. Just, checking in on brothers, man. All right. He may be, new to the camp, but hey, he's, calling brothers. All right. Checking brothers' spirits, making sure brothers is good. He's lending his ear. He lends his presence, man. These are leadership qualities that is needed amongst all of us, because, like I said, we gotta know the men that we are going to battle with, man. All right, so that's knowing the state of your flock, man. All right, knowing, all right, the ones that surround you, man. Okay, like I said, you gotta be able to give yourself unto others, man. All right, that's how you serve each other, man. Okay. Hebrews 10:25. It says, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. Right. Hey, you gotta take advantage of the opportunity that we have, the fellowship amongst each other, man. Because one thing, that I can speak personally, having the blessing to be able to travel. All right, being able to go to other camps, all right, fellowship with brothers in other cities, states, or whatnot, man. Hey, you see how different brothers, they greet each other, all right. You see how the dynamics of different camps are run, but the love is still there, and you glean, spiritual nuggets from the fellowshipping, man. All right, even amongst when we just fellowship with each other. The little thing is just far as going out to eat after camp. All right, or brother have a little event at his house where he'll get on the grill, cook for brothers, and we just fellowship, man. Hey, the things in the spirit that's talked about is good for brothers to take back with them when we depart from each other, whether that ends up leading to a lesson, or that just boost the brother's spirit up to get him through the week, man. But these things are needed, because you don't know how you help a brother by just lending yourself to him, man. And this is why, like I said, man, these are leadership qualities that are developed just by you being around this wisdom, man. All right, and this helps you grow, man. All right, counsel, okay, and counsel doesn't always have to deal with rebuke. Okay, counsel was just you speaking to one another, and just ironing out different things that you can see be done better, whether it's in the camp, whether it's within yourself. All right, self-examination, man. Let me get that real quick, because some things that you may not see, another brother may see. All right, and then that helps specific barriers get broken down, and you have a chance to work on that and grow, man. All right, but you can't do that if you're just to yourself, man. You can't do that if you're not being involved in the body, man. All right, Salakia. 2 Corinthians 13:5, it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates, man. So this is a thing that we should constantly be doing amongst ourselves, man. All right, examining All right, examine yourself, man. Let's look into that word examine. All right, it's G3985, uh, Perezzo, I believe how you say that. It says to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor, to try, make trial of, test, for the purpose of asserting his quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself, right? And that's something that you gotta always think upon, man. Am I being a brother? All right. Am I being a good leader? All right. Am I am I doing enough in the camp? You know, just giving like a few examples, man. And if not, then you get with a brother and have a counsel to see where you can improve at, man. But like I said, that lone wolf spirit, man, you can't have that in this faith, man. All right. And I'm just speaking in general, man. Even to myself, because that's one thing in this truth. What will happen, man, where you will find yourself alone, in your thoughts a lot, man. And you can't do that as well, man. Because Satan will play on that to where if you're not communicating with brothers, if you're not doing your due diligence to make yourself involved in the body, all right, Satan will purposely isolate you and then play on your mind to where now you slowly become bugged out over time to where you either want to have that I want to do my own thing demon, which you see a lot of in Israel, or you just completely bug out. You start dabbling into different doctrines, and now you're trying to add to the scriptures, and eventually you start going off. But these things is why the body is so important to have and to be around, man. All right, and like I said, brothers keep you in check, man. As well as you learning about yourself as well, man. Because we all got different traits that can be worked on. All right, we all got different things that we do that you may not see, but another brother sees, and that brother is what he's been watching you, and eventually it comes to the point where the spirit will have somebody call it out, man. All right, but at the end of the day, like I said, we are all being honed in on how to be leaders amongst ourselves, whether in the camp, because the things that you are learning in your camp, it translates into your everyday life, man. All right. Because amongst you becoming a better teacher, a better leader amongst your camp, that teaches you on how to run your household, all right, to where you have your your woman and your children, if you have them, all right, they're able to be in order better under your leadership because of what you're learning, all right, through being around other brothers, man. Just giving an example. So going back to Hebrews 10:25. It says, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching, right? Because like I said, we don't know how much time that we have left, amongst each other to be, fellowshipping. So, and we got to take full advantage of that when the opportunity presents itself, man. Because like I said, it's going to come a day, the scriptures tell you. Matter of fact, let me just get it. I don't even want to quote it, man. I believe it was in Second Ezra 16. Bear with me. Second Ezra 16 and 27. It says, let me start up. Verse 22. Second Ezra 16:22. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice, right? Because, hey, we don't know if we're going to be on our own in that day. We don't know if we're going to have the opportunity to see brothers in Jacob's trouble, man. All right, the Lord might have it to where, hey, we be by ourselves all the way up into, Lord willing, we're of the elect. The chariots come and deliver us, man. Okay, so like I said, you got to take full advantage of the opportunity that the Lord has given you by allowing you to be a part of a camp, man. All right, and the scriptures tell you, man, what's that? Two is better than one. I'm just in the spirit, so if I'm all over the place, Salaki, I pray this lesson is edifying. Just on my spirit. I believe it's in Proverbs. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. It says, 2 are better than 1. Matter of fact, I'll go up to 8. It says, there is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he have neither child nor brother. I'm gonna go back to 9. Slakia. Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. It says, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, then one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. If 2 lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Right. So, hey, the Lord, he blessed us with Akim, all right, to labor with, man. Okay. So you have to take advantage of that, man. All right. Like I said, the fellowshipping is important, man, because, hey, we are all learning from each other. This is why we do these epistles, man. All right. And what is applied, what can be applied, you apply it, and what doesn't, you leave it where it lay, man. But at the end of the day, we all are learning from each other to add to, our spiritual repertoire, so that we can be the best leader that the Lord, created us to be, man. All right. Hey, like the scriptures say, you ain't supposed to forsake the assembling of each other, man. Hey, niggas that get in that lone wolf spirit that want to be by themselves, man, that's off according to the scriptures, man. Because here it is, the Lord told you in Amos, was that 9 and 11, that the Lord is closing up the breaches. All right, he's rebuilding, all right, the house of David as of old, and he's closing up the breaches being the openings. You talking about you want to be by yourself, all right? You want to go and do your own thing. You want to, you don't want to, talk to brothers. You don't want to be around brothers. You just want to be by yourself all the time, man. That's off, man. All right? The Lord gave you Akim, all right, to be around so that you can grow, man. And so the Lord will put you in certain positions to where, hey, you got to get out of that comfort zone, man. All right? Because, hey, man, a lot of us that, got put up in certain roles in the camp, we were accustomed to doing things like that in the world, man. All right? Hey, brother like myself, man, I'm typically a quiet brother, man. All right? But, hey, when, the Spirit, put me in the position that I am in the camp, man, all right, I can't be quiet like I want to be sometimes, man. Hey, you got to speak out. You got to rebuke sometimes, man. All right, you got to get on brothers. And a lot of the time, man, hey, you don't want to be like that, man. But the Spirit calls for that, man. Because as it says, we're watching over brothers' souls, man. All right, so when you see a brother lacking, all right, that's on you as a leader, all right, because the Lord gave you experience, all right, for brother that's been in this truth, all right, for X amount of years, man. And you have experience that you could use to teach other brothers that's newly coming in, all right, different lessons, so that they, when they, get brothers under them, all right, or get around brothers, that they, can use their experiences to help another brother grow, man, But that's the beauty of having the body, man, all right? Because at the end of the day, hey, we all, like I said, are serving each other, okay? So with that being said, man, we got to make sure that, hey, we're taking full advantage of, the opportunity of the brotherhood, man. All right. Like I said, we are all being groomed into leaders, man. Okay? This is First Peter chapter 5, verse 2 in the NLT. It says, care for the flock that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has entrusted to you. Watch over it willingly, not grudgingly, not for what you will get out of it, but because you are eager to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? And like I said, that's the problem that you saw with a bunch of guys that the Lord no longer has amongst us, man. Okay? The Lord put them in that position to be the head brother or be one of the top brothers, all right? And that shit went to their head, and they eventually, began to, lord over the brother that was under them, man. All right? Treating them like shit, all right? Misusing them, all right? Taking advantage of them, all right? And the Lord, removed them, man, because they didn't truly take care of the brothers that the Lord entrusted with, man. Okay? So a true man of the Lord, a true leader, okay, is going to watch over the Lord's flock willingly, not grudgingly, all right? Because that's our due diligence, man. It's like not due diligence. That's our reasonable service, man. Okay? Because we're not looking for any ulterior motive out of that, except for, all right, to make sure that brothers is being prepared for what's coming, man. Because like I said, man, hey, it's gonna come a time, to where we may have to lead, certain, members of the elect, Lord willing, that we are in that position of being the hopeful elect. But we might have to lead brothers and sisters, in that day. Okay, you don't know what the Lord has in store for you, so you gotta make sure you're doing everything that you can, like the scriptures say, to make full proof of thy ministry, and making full proof of your ministry involves you building leadership skills, man. You can't stay on that same level forever. I don't give a damn how many videos you do, man. All right? As you can see with that nigga that brothers has been blasting, y'all will call the old ex head of the Bay Camp. This nigga is diligent as far as doing the work, but he's a shitty ass leader though, man. All right? He was a terrible leader for them brothers over there in that camp. That's why the Lord got his ass up out of there, man. All right? But, just on YouTube, perspective, all right? That dude looks like he's on fire, though, man. Putting up videos every day, going out a couple times a day, man. But that don't mean shit if you ain't doing the proper, things behind the camera. Because that's the problem with a lot of Jake when it comes to this truth, man. Niggas want to be YouTube famous. And I'm not, saying that, there's nothing wrong with you doing videos, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. But like I said, the hardest part about this walk, man, is doing the work outside of doing the videos, man. That's really the easy part, man. All right, but are you a brother behind the scenes, man? Are you checking on brothers' well-being throughout the week? Are you helping cultivate a brother, all right, that you see is lacking in certain areas, man? That's the thing that you're supposed to be using this truth for, man. Building each other up, all right? Not just holding all this knowledge into yourself to show off that you the greatest teacher ever, man. All right? This is Titus chapter 1, verse 7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And that word steward, when you go into it, I believe that means an ambassador, man. But let me make sure. Pull it up in the blue letter. Yeah, it says a manager, the manager of a household or of household affairs, especially a steward, manager, a superintendent. All right. It says whether freeborn or, as was usually the case, a freedman or a slave, to whom the head of the house or proprietor has entrusted the management of his affairs. So the Lord will put you in certain positions, all right, to where, hey, you have responsibility over brothers, man. Okay? And you have to make sure you're doing your part. As it says, man, back reading from the top again, for a bishop must be blameless. You have to be blameless, man. Okay? It says as the steward of the Most High, man. Let's look into this word blameless, man. All right. G 410. It says that cannot be called into an account, unreprovable, unaccused, blameless. See what the root word says. I'm not seeing nothing for that. All right, so let's go into the blue letter because not the blue letter, the etymon. I'm not seeing a good definition on blue letter. All right, blameless. It says not meriting disappropriation or censure without fault, blamelessness. All right, so innocent of wrongdoing. All right, and like I said, you got to be sincere in this word, man. Okay, so it says, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, no given to filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, right? And you got to be an example for younger Akim under you, man. Like I said, if you have experience in this thing, okay, the Lord is going to put you in the position to where brothers are going to look up to you, man. And you have to make sure that you are utilizing your experience as a good example to lead brothers, man. Okay? As I said, let me go back. Look up this word, hospital. Hospital, Salakia. Hospitality. It says a lover of hospitality. It says hospitable, generous to guests. Let me see. Root word G5384, philios. It says a friend, to be friendly to one, to wish him well, an associate, one who associates familiarity with one, a companion. Yeah. Hey, you gotta be there for brothers, man. And that just goes beyond, you linking up and doing a lesson with somebody, man. You actually gotta be there for that brother. You actually gotta, give yourself to that brother, man. All right? Because you don't know what a brother's presence can do, man. All right? And like I said, that rapport is built when you go to war with someone, man. Like you have in the military, man. All right, men that have been to war. All right, usually a lot of those men, if they have the privilege to be able to go to war and come back, they have that camaraderie with their fellow officers, man. And what they have what you will call war stories that they share with one another, man. All right, when they was out there on the battlefield, man. Nobody else can speak on the things that they saw, but the ones that was there with them, man. All right, and that's what you see amongst different brothers. This is why the Spirit will have you gravitate, and you form special bonds with different brothers, man. To where you may have a special relationship with a certain brother in the camp, because that's the brother that the Lord for that time brought you to that brother, and over time y'all built that rapport to where only you and that brother have that's quote unquote war story that you're able to share, because y'all done built that rapport amongst each other, man. And like I said, you learn from each other, you grow with each other, man. All right, and like I said, that can be brought into an account for whatever situation that it calls for, man. But like I said, you are an example unto other brothers that look up to you, man. If that made sense, Lord willing, it did, man. All right, so continuing on, verse 8, it says, but Titus 1:8, it says, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and convince the gainsayers, man. All right, and that's what we hope to do, man. All right, we hope to hone our talents in this truth, that we may be able to continue to teach, all right, to wake up the hopeful elect, man. That's the whole point of why we're out here for, man. All right, so let me get this in the NOT. All right, verse 8 again. It says, rather, I'm gonna start at 7. It says an elder is a manager of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh's household, so he must live a blameless life. He must not be arrogant or quick-tempered. He must not be a heavy drinker, violent, or dishonest with money, because those things bring blame unto you, man. As I said, you want to be blameless, man. All right. You don't want to have you know, ill stories that brothers have accounts, you know, that speak against you. All right, scriptures speak about having a good name. Okay. It says, verse 8, rather he must enjoy having guests in his home, and he must love what is good. He must live wisely and be just. He must live a devout and disciplined life. He must have a strong belief in the trustworthy message he was taught. Then he will be able to encourage others with wholesome teaching and show those who oppose it where they were wrong, right? Like I said, you become an example for brothers, man. All right, because we all learn from each other. All right. Hey, the apostles have taken that themselves, man. They've been in this truth 30, you know, Apostle Hall going on 40 years. And they even tell you they learn from the different brothers, man. All right. So we're all examples unto each other, man. But like I said, you have to bring forth that presence, just, you know, not just on camera, but, you know, being amongst each other, man. All right. For the ones that's been able to experience being around the elder apostles, man, the elder bishops. All right. Hey, their presence, you know, just being around them, you don't even got to really converse. You just being in their presence, man, hearing them speak, going into, you know, different things they went through in their walk in the truth, man. Hey, that does something to you that, hey, only you being there can speak on, man. All right, you adding whatever that stuck out to you from those conversations to your spirit, and then you use that to, you know, grow in the faith to where, hey, you get around other brothers, and they see those qualities rub off on you, and they're able to do the same thing how it affected you, man. You know. So that's just, you know, how, you know, through the spirit, how I was looking at this when I was thinking about it, man. All right. And we're all being groomed to be leaders, man. And number one, to be a leader, and you got to be there for brothers, man. And you got to, you know, be an example for brothers, you know, to move like you, man. All right. And I pray, you know, for me, you know, that I'm doing this, you know, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. All right. I pray that the Lord is allowing me to be a good leader, man. And whatever traits that I'm lacking in, man, may the Lord help me, you know, furnish those and build on it, man. All right. But I just want to, you know, speak on that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, so I'm going to end it right here. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation unto the elect. Until next time, I say shalom.